Hello everyone, my name is Nikita and I'm from the Bodhi Academy. Today we are going to study the second part of the chapter Work and Energy, that is energy. Okay, and today we will be dealing with kinetic energy. Okay, so when we talk about energy, what is this energy? Do we require energy in our life? Is life possible without energy? Okay, the first statement over here says that life is impossible without energy. Do you think is it so? The demand for energy is ever increasing. Where do we get this energy from? The sun is the biggest source of energy. We know that the food chain, okay, the food chain which exists in the nature, and we are also the part of the food chain. The first part, the energy which flows through the food chain is the sun, okay, the solar energy which is flowing in the food chain in unidirectional form. Okay, sun is the biggest natural source of energy to us. Many of our energy sources are derived from the sun. We also get energy from the nuclei of the atoms. Okay, we get electricity, we get the solar energy. Okay, then we get the tidal energy, the ocean thermal energy. Okay, so there are different forms of energies, right? Now, how do we define this word energy? The word energy is very often used in our daily life, but in science we give it a definite and precise meaning. Okay, we had also studied when we were talking about work that work has two definitions. Okay, two different notions which how we define work. Okay, one is the day-to-day life based on that, and the other one is scientific way. So even here energy also has something, some definition like that. Let us consider the following examples. When a fast moving cricket ball hits a stationary wicket, okay, cricket ball hitting a stationary wicket, what happens with the wicket? The wicket is thrown away. Similarly, when an object is raised to a certain height, get the capability to do work. You must have seen that when a raised hammer, okay, falls on a nail placed on a piece of wood, it drives the nail into the wood. Okay, so if this is the nail and if this is the wood, okay, and you are applying the hammer's force to insert this nail into the wood, what happens? The raised hammer, okay, it falls on this, on the nail placed on a piece of wood. It drives the nail inside the wood. Okay, we have also observed children binding a toy. Okay, and when the toy is placed on the floor, it starts moving. Okay, it has a key, no, they wind it and they give it like a kind of energy, and when you keep it on the floor, it starts moving. When a balloon is filled with air and when we press it, we notice a change in the shape. So in all these examples, the object is acquiring the capability to do work. Okay, in all these examples we see that, okay, in these examples we saw that how energy, the notion of energy tells us that the object is acquiring the energy to do work. Okay, to work. An object that possesses energy can exert a force on another object. When this happens, energy is transferred from the former to the latter. The second object may move as it receives energy and therefore do some work. For example, I had given you this hammer and, okay, the nail. Okay, you have to insert this nail into the wood. Okay, and you raise a hammer and you hit it on it. So what happens is, what happens over here? An object that possesses energy can exert a force on another object. Okay, you are raising this hammer, you are raising the hammer, okay, and exerting an energy. That energy is transferred, okay, to the nail. Okay, the energy is transferred to the nail. So by raising a hammer, you are doing some work and you are giving energy to the hammer, and then that energy is transferred to the nail. Okay. The second object may move as it receives the energy and does some work. Okay, so second object, this object, okay, this object, as a result of gaining energy, okay, as it got transferred from the hammer, it is moving. Okay, and here there is force and here there is displacement, so we say that it is doing work. Okay, so this is how energy, we can define energy in terms of work done. This implies that any object that possesses energy can do work. Okay, so this object got energy, it gains energy, it starts moving and it will do work. So what is energy? Energy is, in short term, we can say that it is the ability to do work. Okay, an object will gain energy, it will displace, and work will be done. The energy possessed by an object is thus measured in terms of its capacity of doing work. The unit of energy, therefore, is same as that of work, that is joules. We have studied the SI unit of work is joules, right? So the SI unit of work, energy, is also joule, because energy is nothing but it is the ability of an object to do work. So 1 joule is the energy required to do 1 joule of work. Okay, so what is 1 joule of energy? If you have to define 1 joule of energy, okay, then you will say that 1 joule of energy is energy required to do 1 joule of work. Okay, and sometimes we also use a larger unit of energy, that is 1 kilojoules. 1 kilojoules is 1000 joules. Okay, talking about the forms of energy, the various forms of energy include the mechanical energy. Mechanical energy has both potential energy and kinetic energy, heat energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, and light energy. In this chapter, we are going to deal with the mechanical energy, and in that, today we are going to see in this video what is kinetic energy. Okay, what is kinetic energy? Okay, the object, when it is moving, it is said to possess a kinetic energy. A moving object can do work. An object moving faster can do more work, okay, than an object moving slower. A moving bullet, blowing wind, rotating wheel, a speeding stone can do work. Objects in motion possess energy. Okay, a falling coconut, a speeding car, a rolling stone, a flying aircraft, flowing water, blowing wind, a running athlete possess kinetic energy. In short, kinetic energy is the energy possessed by an object due to its motion. Okay, so what is kinetic energy? Energy possessed by a moving object. Okay, why? Mainly due to its motion. So when we talk about motion, what will come into picture? Okay, picture, we will see the velocity, right? We have to consider the velocity. Okay, we say that kinetic energy of a body moving with a certain velocity is equal to the work done on it to make it acquire that velocity. So what is kinetic energy? Scientifically, kinetic energy of a particular object, it is the moving with a particular velocity is equal to the work done on it. What work is done on it to make it acquire that much velocity. So faster moving object will have higher kinetic energy. Let us now express the kinetic energy of an object in the form of an equation. So consider an object of mass m moving with a uniform velocity u. Okay, initial velocity start. Let it now be displaced from the distance s with a constant force. Okay, so we are considering an object of mass m with velocity u. Okay, and force applied on it is F, and it is displaced by S. Okay, now from the equation the work done is F into S, right? Now we let its velocity change from u to v. So when velocity is changing, what will come into picture? The velocity is changing from u to v. So what will come into picture is the acceleration. Okay, so when we consider acceleration, we have to write this equation in terms of the equations of motion. So we will be writing the third equation of motion, that is according to motion we write v square minus u square is equals to 2as, and we already know that work done is W is equals to F into S. Okay, so now I have to make this equation in terms of this. Okay, I have to substitute in that. So in terms of that, we will get S is equals to V square minus U square upon 2A. And for F, we already know that force is equals to mass into acceleration, right? So okay, so substituting so now we have to substitute this value. Okay, this equation, this is equation 2, this is equation 1. Okay, and this we will consider equation star. Okay, so we are adding equation star and equation 2 in equation 1. Okay, so what is equation 1? Work is equals to force into displacement. Okay, and force we have studied, it is mass into acceleration, and S we got from equation star v square minus u square. Okay, v square minus u square upon 2a. Okay, in this what we cancel is a we cancel, so this can be written as mass into v square minus u square upon 2. Okay, now if the object is starting from stationary position, then u will be 0. Okay, u is initial velocity. So starting from stationary position, then u is 0. Therefore this equation will be is equals to m into v square upon 2, right? So this can also be written as half mv square. Okay, and instead of work, because this has become energy equation now, we write it as energy, or we can write it as ke, or we can also write it as energy but with subscript k, kinetic energy. So this is the equation for kinetic energy. kinetic energy is equals to half mv square. Okay, so the kinetic energy possessed by an object with mass m moving with a uniform velocity v is this half mv square. Okay, so today we saw what is kinetic energy, the definition of kinetic energy, and the equation for kinetic energy. And we also saw what is the definition of energy in scientific notion, and also we saw what we consider energy in day-to-day life. So yes, this is it for the video. In the next video we will be studying the potential energy and more concepts on this chapter. So thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel.